one of the most wonderful feelings when you're riding in a harsh environment, especially when you and your machine are fully prepared for the task ahead. The thick, multi-layer adventure gear meant I was warm and comfy despite the 6-degree air temperature and snow all around, as we climbed the foothills of the stunning Atlas mountain range outside Marrakesh. As for the Tiger 800, well, it's as much of a juggernaut as it's ever been, but the whole experience has been significantly refined and polished with the new update. So there we were, the Tiger's new aerodynamics doing a good job of keeping the icy blast off my upper body, while the heated grips and seat were quickly proving to be one of life's finer pleasures on a motorcycle. Part of the new bodywork is a new adjustable windscreen that can quite easily be manipulated with one hand. The windscreen works in conjunction with new aero deflectors. The whole setup does a good job of keeping most of the wind blast off the rider while allowing a small amount of refreshing air through. There is still a hint of helmet buffeting at high speeds, especially for tall riders, but it's not very intrusive. Moving to the rear, there isn't much in the way of bodywork, and the Tiger continues with the spare and functional-looking tail section that's made up exclusively of the exposed subframe. What Triumph has changed, though, is the seat material. The new seat is one of the best I've experienced. It feels soft on top but is also very supportive on long rides. Both the top-spec XRT and CAG get heated rider and pillion seats. A big part of this upgrade comes in the new TFT display and premium switchgear, including the 5-way joystick that goes with it. This is a similar system to the new Tiger 1200 and the Street Triple RS, and it's both excellent to look at, as well as easy and intuitive to use. The new screen is available on mid-models and upwards, with a couple of viewing modes saved exclusively for the top model. Cruise control, however, is standard, except for the base XR. Beyond the engine, Triumph has also given the range-topping, road-biased XRT a fully adjustable fork by Showa, while the lower XR models will continue with a non-adjustable fork. The XC models carry forward the previous fully adjustable WP suspension, but there is a new addition to these models that comes in the form of Brembo brakes, which replace the Nissan units on the middle and top-spec bikes. In terms of the actual riding experience, the Tiger 800 remains delightfully familiar. Throttle response is smooth and mellow, and the engine continues to offer tremendous tractability. The 6th gear is genuinely all you need, upward of 40 km/h. A look at the torque curve will explain why this is possible. The motor produces over 70 Nm, all the way from 2,500 revolutions per minute to 9,500 revolutions per minute. What's noticeably improved, however, is the freer revving feel of the engine. Overall, the motor feels quicker to spin up and more eager to respond. The shorter first gear ratio no doubt helps in this regard. For an engine that's already renowned for its smoothness, it is really something that Triumph has further improved refinement and responsiveness. The 6-speed gearbox is also delightfully precise, but there's no slip and assist clutch, which means the lever still has a fair amount of weight to it. As a fast road bike, the XRT is fun, but there's still some vagueness in the front end, and it's no Multistrada 950 in the corners. That being said, it should quite easily prove to be more comfortable and capable almost everywhere else. However, hopping onto this immediately highlights that this is the more comfortable road bike, thanks to its longer suspension travel. The Ska also has more ground clearance, so it doesn't scrape its foot pegs as often, but the downside is the typically numb feeling that comes off the large 21-inch front wheel, which means you won't end up pushing the bike as hard on the road. It's also worth considering that the XC has a taller seat height than the XR, 810 mm versus 840 mm, and both seats can be raised by a further 20 mm if the rider prefers a taller perch. Thanks for watching. Keep updated, don't forget to subscribe.